Hello, brilliant students. Welcome to examkp.com. My name is Biola, your ExamKP English teacher. Hey, if you're getting ready for your WAEC, JAMB, or NECO exams, you already know that the oral English section can be, well, a bit tricky. So today, we're going to crack the code on one of the toughest parts, vowels. Okay, let's start with a big number. In the English language, there are 20 distinct vowel sounds. 20. Yep, that's the number you've got to master for your exams. But here's where things get interesting and maybe a little confusing, because we only have 5 vowel letters to represent all those sounds. A, E, I, O, U. So think about that. 20 sounds, but only 5 letters. You see the problem here? This mismatch is exactly what trips up so many students. We call this the 5 versus 20 problem. And trust me, understanding how these 5 little letters can stretch, combine, and change to make 20 different sounds is the absolute key to acing your phonetics questions. It's really the difference between guessing and knowing for sure. That's the big question, isn't it? Well, in this lesson, we're going to give you the framework to see the sounds, not just the letters on the page, so you can answer that question correctly every single time. So let's start from the very beginning. To really master vowels, we first need to be crystal clear on what a vowel actually is. And don't worry, it's way simpler than you might think. A vowel is simply an open sound. When you make a vowel sound, the air flows freely from your lungs right through your mouth with absolutely no blockage from your tongue, your teeth, or your lips. Vowels are the heart of every single syllable in the English language. And this is exactly why your examiners are so focused on them. For WAEC, you'll be identifying specific sounds. For JAMB, you're going to see questions on classifying different vowels. And NECO will test you on vowel contrasts. Getting this right directly boosts your score. It's that important. Now, those 20 vowel sounds are organized into 2 main families. You've got 12 monophthongs, which are pure single sounds, and 8 diphthongs, which are gliding sounds. Understanding this one single difference, that's the key. This whole idea of a pure sound versus a gliding sound is the first major concept you need to lock in. It all comes down to what your tongue is doing. Is it staying still or is it on the move? Okay, so monophthongs are the pure vowels. For these 12 sounds, your tongue finds a position in your mouth and just hold it steady. They can be short, like the E sound in sit, or they can be long, like the E sound you hear in see. That length is a really critical clue. Diphthongs are totally different. They're the gliding vowels. For these 8 sounds, your tongue actually starts in one position and moves to another, all within a single syllable. A perfect example is the word boy. Your mouth starts by making an O sound, and then it glides into an I sound. Boy. That movement, that's the glide. Now listen up, because this is a crucial piece of advice. While we have beautiful and rich variations in Nigerian English, for your exams, you have to focus on one standard, received pronunciation, or RP. This is the British standard that all your exam questions are based on, so you have to think in RP. Okay, theory is one thing, but points are scored in the exam hall, right? So let's apply this knowledge directly to some past questions and see exactly how it works in practice. First up, we've got a question from the West African Examinations Council. This one is from 2018. So it asks you to identify the word with a specific vowel sound. Oi. Sound familiar? That's our classic diphthong example we just talked about. So if we look at the phonetic transcription, we can see that cow, go, and now are also diphthongs, but they're different ones. They are different glides. Only boy has that specific oi glide we're looking for. So the answer is A. It really is as simple as that. All right, let's move on. Let's tackle a jam question from 2021. Now, this one is a little bit different. It doesn't give you the symbol. Instead, it asks you to identify the type of vowel. Which one of these words has a gliding sound? Okay, let's analyze these options. Sit, pen, and pup all have short, steady, pure vowel sounds. They are monophthongs. But my is pronounced my. Say it slowly. My. You can feel your tongue gliding from a to e. That's our diphthong. The correct answer has to be C. And finally, let's tackle a classic question from Neko. This one gives you the word hair and asks you to identify the correct phonetic symbol for its vowel sound. This is a direct test of your knowledge of the diphthong symbols. The pronunciation of hair is hair. It's a glide from e towards that neutral schwa sound. The other options are just different glides trying to trick you. Ear is in air, a is in day, and I is in my. Recognizing that specific glide makes the answer A totally clear. You see, once you have the framework, these questions become puzzles you can actually solve, not mysteries you have to guess at. So let's summarize all this into a winning strategy you can use. Okay, here are 5 things you absolutely must do. First, memorize the phonetic symbols. They are your map, your secret weapon. Second, practice saying contrasting pairs aloud to train your ear. Pen versus pan, sit versus seat. Third, break down longer words into syllables. Fourth, listen to RP audio. Use sources like the BBC to get used to the standard pronunciation. And finally, practice for speed so you can answer these questions quickly and with confidence. You've got this. Practice these steps and vowels will become your strength, I promise. The question is, now that you're on your way to mastering vowels, are you ready to tackle consonants next? Remember to go to www.examkp.com for more practice.